Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast. We're here in the evening again. We
Yeah.
are your host. I'm Koko.
And I am Xolani.
Xolani,
Yeah.
what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful to be alive. And what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for abundance. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's what we're going to be talking about today, right?
That is exactly what we're going to be talking about, y'all.
All right. So we're going to be talking about law of attraction and manifestation and everything that comes along with that. First, we're going to handle some housekeeping.
Yes. So first, if you are watching this video, make sure you give us a like or love, however emotion you want to get on there.
Or a hug.
Or a hug. I like that
Yeah.
one. I've been using that one a lot.
Yeah.
So give us a like on the video. If you haven't liked the Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast Facebook page yet.
Facebook page is Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast.
Hit like on the page and follow if you want to get those notifications.
You had caught me off guard with that one. I was like,
How so? I said it fast.
well, I don't know. Maybe I was just like kind of out in space. But I'm still a little bit tired. We did a hike today, and I just woke up from a nap. So yeah, it was a nice hike, but it took everything out of me. Plus, I've been up since 4:30. So, but I digress. We are talking about law of attraction and manifestation today. So we're just going to break those two terms down first of all. So law of attraction. Basically, it just means you will attract into your life whatever you focus on and whatever you give your energy and attention to, then that's what's going to come back to you. So what's your take on that?
You basically you attract what you are. You know, if you are in the mind of abundance, then you will begin to attract that. If you are in the mind of lack, you're probably either there or you're just not realizing what abundance you have. But that's all that you'll see, and that's all you'll go for.
That's right. So that's law of attraction. And then you have what is called manifestation. So they both work together hand in hand. Some people use them interchangeably. Manifestation is more so just bringing something tangible into your life through attraction and belief. So basically, if you think it will come. So an example of manifestation would be, if you want a certain car, if you want to attract a certain type of relationship into your life, or a job, or a business transaction, or a house, or just anything that's tangible that you are wanting, something that you want to desire. So it is just the practice of bringing that into fruition. So what's your take on it?
Yeah. It's basically putting it down. It's, hey, this is for example, you may put up some pictures. You may do a vision board. You may just write down what you want. You may set some goals. You very much should set some goals. Like, if you don't do anything else, make sure you set those goals. Write them down. Give them a timeline. And you'll start to notice that that's where your mindset is. Look at those goals very often, every day.
Yeah. Yep. So there's basically 7 steps to manifesting. So you want to, number one, first thing that you got to do is visualize it. You have to visualize what you want, and be specific about whatever it is that you are visualizing. So, for example, let's say for us, what is it right now? A house?
A house, some business moves that we're going to make to get the house, and becoming even more financially independent and forward.
Right. So if you're visualizing it, basically what we would be doing is picturing ourselves in that house, picturing ourselves in those business transactions that's going to get us there, picturing ourselves even down to when we're getting the keys for the house. You visualize that, you actually see it, and pretend that it's happening. So that's your first step. You got anything to add on to that?
That sounds about right.
All right. So
Yeah.
I guess you could tell them the second step.
Second step would be desire. Be intensely excited about what you're visualizing. So when I think about that, I think about kind of what it says. Just be excited about it. Be like don't speak against it. Don't even say, hey, oh, I wish I had that. Like, hey, I know it's mine. It's on the way. Like I'm in there. Like it's there. Just gotta manifest the way to get to it.
So yeah, the desire basically is going to be what's going to push you to getting whatever you want. If you have that, you feel that strong desire, then you're going to want to start putting some things into action and just start making some moves and making those things take place. So then the third step would be belief. So you want to believe what you desire is possible to manifest. So this is the part that gets a little tricky, would you say? The belief part, because there's a lot of people that may, let's say they want that house or that car, that job or that spouse or whatever it is that they want. And then somewhere along the way, they get to, just kind of doubting themselves or, well, I don't think I would ever, make that type of money. I just thought of like when you were telling me the other day about the experiment.
Okay. So
tell them about the experiment.
So I'm just going to go off of memory here, but there basically was an experiment. This study group, they put out 2 job postings. These were the exact job or exact same job description, duties, exact same requirement. Everything was the same. The only difference was the amount of pay. One posting was for $30,000 a year. Another posting was for $130,000 a year. And, that's, examples. It was some sort of difference like that. They said that almost nobody went and applied for that higher paying job or the higher paying number, but a lot of people, thousands of people applied for this $30,000 job because $30,000. Oh, it seems like you can go and do $30,000. $100,000, like, oh, it must be something up to that.
Right. So it's really about just believing that whatever it is that you want can happen. So instead of saying, well, I hope one day, I can make $100,000, or I hope one day I can have this business, or I hope one day I can find a good man or a good woman. Instead of using those words, because words are very powerful when it comes to manifestation, because that taps into your subconscious. And so you gotta be careful of the things that you're saying. So instead of using those words like I hope or I wish or anything like that that's casting even a little bit of a doubt, you want to be more positive with it. You're going to say it's going to happen. You want to even talk about it as if it's already happening. My dream spouse is out there right now, or my house is being built right now, or, I can't wait until we move into this house, or I can't wait until we have this business venture, or I can't wait until I get this good job. So that's what you want to do. You want to actually start putting that belief into your subconscious. You got anything to add to that?
That's it right there. Definitely get away from the self-doubting talk. I think that's the first step a lot of people have to conquer, is the self-doubting talk. Like, oh no, that's not for me. I can't do that. I'm too old. I'm too young. I ain't smart enough. I don't come from money. Any type of things people say to doubt themselves. And when I'm talking to people, anybody that's talked to me in that sort of capacity in the past couple of years, you've heard me say it. Like, why are you being your biggest hater? Right. Like, if somebody else said that, you would say they're a hater. Right. And I ask you, do you like haters? You don't like haters. So don't be your own biggest hater.
I had to stop being the mean girl in the mirror.
Stop being the mean girl in the mirror.
I had to stop being the person that was always doubting myself and always telling myself you're not good enough, you're not this enough or that enough, or you're too old, or you're too young, or you're too fat, or you're too this, too that. It was a lot of twos, too many twos in my life. So I call that the mean girl in the mirror. A lot of the times we talk about being bullied. Sometimes you can be your own biggest bully. You would say things about yourself that you would never allow somebody else to say about you.
You'd be ready to fight if somebody else said it.
Right. So you have to be careful of those things. So that's basically what belief is. That's the biggest part. And to be honest, to be totally transparent, I think that's been my biggest struggle with anything that I've tried to do or set out to do in life, is that belief, just coming back again and again with those self-doubts and not quite feeling good enough. And again, it turned out I was my biggest critic. So that is something that I see with a lot of people as well. It's a thing that as human beings, we got to really consciously work to get over. So that's belief. Number 4 is acceptance.
Acceptance.
So break down acceptance for them.
Accept your belief and your ability to manifest it as being true.
You gonna break it down? Or
Yeah, I can break it down.
All right.
I had to,
Oh, you looked at me like you wanted me to break it down. Go ahead, though.
No. So that's me. Had a little malfunction up there. Like she said, we was hiking earlier today. It was such a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
But it is, in fact, accepting that. Again, stop denying yourself. Don't be the person that holds yourself back. And also accept that now you got a responsibility to manifest what it is that you want to manifest. You have the power to do it. And it's not something that it's in someone else's hands. If they just let me do this and they won't let me do that, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
This is what's happening.
Right. So,
this is what I'm going to get. This is what I'm going to build.
So yeah, acceptance, really just accepting that you have what it takes. You have it in you to create this thing that you're trying to manifest. And, not just think that it's just, some far-fetched thing, it's a dream or whatever you want to call it. Like, no, this is something that can actually come into reality. So then we have, where we at? We are at number 5. Intend what. Let me say that in a different way. So basically, want and intend are two different things. So you have to have the intention to manifest your desire. You can't just want it. You can want stuff all day, every day. I want $1 million, or I want this good job, or I want this man or this woman. But you have to actually, get to the point to where you are setting your intentions. You do that. You can do that in the morning every day.
You can do that
first thing in the morning when you wake up. You can set your intentions and say, okay, today I'm going to get A, B, C, and X, Y, Z done. And, I'm going to accomplish that. And you can do that daily. You can do that by the week, the month, the year, and whatever for the rest of your life. But you always want to make sure that you are setting your intentions, because if I just want something, but I'm not doing anything and not putting it into action, it's a waste of time.
A lot of people want a lot of things.
Yeah.
But not so many people are intentional about it.
Yeah. So, and everything, I think really we're doing a good job. Everything that we're doing now is completely intentional. We plan it out, by the day, we plan it out by the week. We've planned this year out. So, bam, by this time we're going to be doing this. By this time we're going to be doing that. And that's what we practice doing, is setting our intentions all the time.
I'm going to tell you, not only we planned this year out, we planned this year out 2 years ago.
We did.
A lot of what's happening now is what we put down as goals for 2020.
This
didn't have a goal for Corona to happen.
No,
but
we were ready for a lot of things that came along with Corona, because sometimes if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So there was a lot of things, as far as taking seriously your health, and making sure you get that vitamin C in all the time, making sure that you're getting exercise all the time, making sure that you're eating healthy, not just eating a bunch of junk every single day. So to me, that's intentions.
That's very intentional.
You got to stay healthy. That's the first and foremost thing that you have to do. So yeah, that is intention. Number 6 is action.
Action.
This is the fun part.
It's
Break
the
it
fun
down.
part. So act and behave like your desire has already been manifested. So that may mean, let's say you may want to put yourself in that position. Let's say if you want or even need a car. We were in a position a year and a half ago where we needed a car. So we put ourselves in a position to get that car. Even before then, it was, look, this is the exact car that we're looking for. We got something completely different, though.
It's actually better, though, than what we had intended on.
Right, because we said if not that, then something better.
That's one of my favorite sayings whenever you do put out intentions, because sometimes, you'll set out for something and you may get a little disappointed because it didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted to, but you have to already say in your mind with your intentions, like, okay, so I'm setting out for this to happen, but if not this, something better. So
right.
For instance, if there's a specific house that you want, you're going house hunting and that one doesn't work out, you tell yourself, if not this, something better. And
right.
and that's true. 9 times out of 10, if you don't get that, it's because there's something else better aligned for you. So
and it's definitely about, of course, lining up those actions. So if, for example, I'll give you the brief story on it. So when I started my last job 2 years ago, I said, I'm going to work this job enough to be able to make some money and get a car to drive, Lyft, and delivery services, and basically start making my own money. So that was set in stone in 2018. It started happening in 2019 and 2020. We've been building on it like crazy. Even got another car because it's 2 adults. You need 2 cars. But the action was all there. A lot of people, they want stuff and they even say, okay, I'm manifesting this and I'm thinking these thoughts, but then they may miss out on the action part and then wondering why it's not happening for them.
Yeah. So that is really, how you, start putting the action in. A lot of times people will say, okay, well, I'm just going to let go and just trust God. That's fine. But you have to, what are you going to do along with that? Or they'll say, I'll just put it out in the universe. I'll put the energy out there. You can put the energy out there in the universe, but what are you going to do after that? Yeah. So you have to consciously start doing things that's going to put you in that position for whatever it is that you want. You say you want this husband or this wife. So what are you doing to get yourself together?
What's
to
your
make
mindset
sure,
like?
Yeah. What are you ready to, what do you have to bring to the table? So you got to start thinking in those terms. So the last one would actually be allowance. So that is detaching from the outcome. You have to be intense in your desire without any expectation that it's going to manifest. And I know that sounds weird and it kind of sounds like it contradicts what we were saying before, but really what that means is you have to go ahead, put it out there in the universe. You have to take your action and do everything that you need to do. And then you just got to let it go. You can, that's when you do the part where you say, okay, I'm just putting the energy out there, or I'm just going to let go and let God. Once you've already done all of the work and everything, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Too many people worry about things. Oh, I hope, I wonder. You've already set the intention. You've already put in the work. So now you have to sit back and let it happen.
Don't get no anxiety over what you are manifesting.
Right. Because again, it's all about your subconscious. So if you're, steadily worrying about it and, oh, I hope this happens. I hope, then you're basically, you're sending a message to your subconscious that it's not really coming. It's not really going to happen. So you have to really just put it out there, let it go, and just enjoy that journey. So don't worry about where you're at right now. Don't worry, you want that house. Don't worry that you're in this apartment, because you know it's going to come. You know that it's going to happen. So now at this point, you're just basically You're taking the journey, and you're being happy, and you're being grateful that you are in the spot that you're in right now, and that you're on that journey. Anything to add on to that?
That's pretty spot on. Is plant the seed. Plant the seed. If you know that you are doing what you're supposed to do with the manifest journey, then it's like, hey, okay, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And it's going to make the journey fun. You don't want to make it a thing where you worried yourself and beat yourself up the whole time and got all this anxiety about it. It's like, hey, this is fun. This is this is an enjoyable experience.
Yep.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about. It's about enjoying it. And it's the fun is the journey along the way. I have many journeys that I'm on right now. So many journeys. I have a natural hair journey that I've been on since 2012, a lock journey that I've been on since 2016. I have a fitness journey that I've been on for about the last couple of years, a business journey, entrepreneurship journey that I've been on since the beginning of the year. What else we got going on? The home ownership journey, just the journey of life, of being a mother, of being a wife. Just there's so many. So many. You got any journeys?
Oh man, I'm a journey.
He said, "I am the journey."
I am a journey, man. Of course, I've had this near 20-year DJ career that has expanded to live audio production. That's been a very fun journey. Still learning things. 19, almost 20 years later, got the entrepreneur journey that we are on. One journey that I am starting is this. We're gonna be doing some real estate investment.
Yeah, getting off into that.
But getting everything in line. It feels good to be, in essence, getting your stuff together.
Yeah. And then I forgot to mention, I'm also on a journey of healing. My mom passed away it's been 2 months now officially. So that's a journey in itself too. That's something that never goes away. So it's just a journey of acceptance and healing and just moving on with life and, making my life better because that's what she would have wanted. So life in itself is a journey. It's all a journey. So before we get off into the next part, we're going to, again, ask that you please, if you like this content, please share it so other people can see it. When you share, as I always say, it does add value to what we are doing. We're just trying to get information out to the people. So share. You can feel free to comment, join in on the conversation with us. If you are watching from YouTube, you can also subscribe to us. Please subscribe to us as well. And give us a like on there and hit that notification bell so you can get all of the latest content whenever we post something new. Did I miss anything? Also, join our podcast as well on podbean.com.
Right.
Anything else?
That's it.
And we're going to put the links to everything. We're going to start being more responsible and putting the links to everything in the comments so that you all can, it'll be easier for you all to take those actions.
Cool. Let me get in producer mode and I'm going to get a link up in there.
Link. All right.
Link up in there.
All right. So we're going to talk about the manifestation list. So some of it may seem a little bit repetitive to what we just said.
But we're manifesting.
Oh, that's another thing. Repetition. So affirmations.
Yes.
Affirmations are very important.
If it feels weird, keep doing it.
Yeah. Affirmation, you're just saying over and over again what it is that you intend to bring into manifestation. So we're going to start from number one. So number one is, what is it that I want? So be clear and be concise about what exactly it is that you want. So if you want that house, don't just say I want a house, because again, that could mean anything. You could end up with some raggedy house, in a not so good neighborhood that, needs a lot of work. So you want to say, okay, I want a house in this specific neighborhood. I want these specific amount of bedrooms, bathrooms. I want this type of backyard. I want to make sure that it has a 2-car garage. I want to make sure that it's in, whatever neighborhood it is that you are wanting to raise your children in, all of those type of things. You got to be specific with it. If you know you want a 2-story house, say you want a 2-story house. If you know you want a ranch style house, say you want a ranch style house. If you know that you want a house built from the ground up, then that's what you have to be clear and concise about. So, and I'm just using the house example over and over again because I know that's where we're at. But this could, be anything. It could be your car or your mate or, a job or a business opportunity, whatever it is. So, number 2 would be specific. So just like I said, color, shape, size, etc. Whatever it is, make sure that you're super specific about that. If you want a puppy, you better, if you don't just say you want a dog, say you want that puppy and you want, I don't know, a Boston Terrier, whatever it is that you want. Because you can say you want a dog and end up with a German Shepherd. You don't want a big dog. So any other thing to add on to that?
Yeah, definitely want to be specific about those details. And, granted, you may not get that exact thing. One example that I like to use is that it's better to aim high and miss than to aim low and make it.
Yeah.
That's from Les Brown.
Yeah.
So, again, I think that example of our car that we got last year, the Flex, that was a good example that we didn't get the specific car that I was looking for, but that specific car that we was looking for was at the dealership that we went to that ended up getting us the car that we got. And then a year later, we got a very similar car to what I was manifesting in the first place. So, and they both work out for us very well.
Yeah.
If it's even an amount of money that you want to make or you want to get yourself financially stable and get some economic, not economic, well, I guess that's part of it, but financial education, be specific on what it is that you want to learn and what you want to do with it.
Yeah. Yep. Just that's basically it. Just be very specific in the things that you want. So the third one would be, when do you want it to be? So don't just say I want $1 million, because you might get that $1 million, but you might be 90 years old and on your deathbed or something. So, say I want $1 million by this time next year or 2 years from now or whatever your situation is, or if you want that car, I want whatever specific car, because maybe you got to be specific, by 6 months from now. So make sure, again, this is all just coming down to just being specific, right. All of these steps. So that's when you want it to be. Also, number 4, what value will it add to your life and to others? That is very important. So a lot of the times we just say something, we want something, you want it. But the important thing is your why. Why do you want it? Do you want it just to have it? Do you want it just to say, you ain't up on this, as Kanye said? Is why do you want it? It should add value to your life, and it should definitely add value to other people's lives. Because if it doesn't add value to other people's lives, then what's the point in it? You agree?
What's the point in it?
So, I don't know if you can give an example on that. Of things, that add value to your life and others.
Well, I can even go back to the vehicle situation. We said, okay, we're going to get the car because, for one, it's going to enable us to make money on our own, be able to better produce events. And, oh, by the way, we're doing Lyft with it. We're transporting people. We're delivering food, that type of thing. And that's just for that. And it creates
very much a value.
It's a side hustle that you can build into what you want to build it into. It's not a regular job. It gets you away from the job if you don't want to do it, or if you still want to do your job, you can have that as, hey, this is side income. This is creating those multiple streams.
Right. So, everything that you do should have value to even what we're doing right now at this moment, the podcast. So it is adding value to us because, for one thing, we said the original point of why we were doing this was to document our financial journey and our home ownership journey. It's also going to value other people because it's going to help bring them information as well, and link people to others who may have a service or have information that they need. So yeah, everything that you do, that should be first and foremost, helping to add value to your life and the lives of others. And then the next one would be, what are you willing to give in return? What do you think that means?
Well, it's going to mean some sacrifice. It's going to mean giving up some things that may not be serving you. It's a lot of things that we are holding on to in life that doesn't serve us and maybe in our way.
So have you ever held on to something that wasn't serving you?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Examples.
Let's see. I don't know. Probably spending too much time on entertainment, watching entertainment. You know, now again, I'm an entertainer and I produce entertainment, so I'm definitely for people getting in some entertainment. You don't have to scroll Facebook all day. You don't have to watch YouTube all day or whatever you're watching if you're not getting information and education from it.
I would say that you just brought up Facebook, social media. I think for a while that was something that really was not serving me, that I would spend too much time on. And it's okay, to be on Facebook. We on Facebook right now.
I was
doing
going to say,
this.
what I look like I'm on Facebook telling you, don't use Facebook too much.
What I mean by that is, you know exactly what I'm
I know
talking
what you
about.
mean,
When we're
yeah.
scrolling and you like, ooh, so-and-so said this, or look at this, like the gossip stuff. If you're going to be on social media, be on there to learn, be on there to receive information or to give information, not on there to be nosy in other people's lives. What is that doing to serve you? It's not doing a thing at all. And I see so many people say that all the time, like, oh yeah, I went through Facebook and then I saw the person, and then I went on their cousin page, and then I went on the cousin mama page, and before you know it, I was like, I knew the whole family. And it's like, yeah, but what did that serve you to be nosy in those people's business like that? It's a waste of time. So, you got to give up those types of things that are, really just not doing anything for you. It's not elevating you in life. It's not pushing you along. That's just one example. Social media, we got TV, we have, it's okay to be entertained, but I think sometimes, we get to binge watching stuff. Right. And I'm guilty. I know I've been guilty of binge watching, certain things. And it's like, man, before you look up, the whole day passed by. You could have been doing something else. You could have been building, or you're on YouTube all day watching videos. Well, it's okay to watch a video to learn and everything, but if I'm on YouTube all day and just watching, like these little skits and watching all kind of, just whatever useless stuff, it's like I could have made a YouTube video in that time. I could have made and produced my own YouTube video, got monetized, and set my business off.
Absolutely.
So I watch a lot of Ralph Smart on YouTube. That's a good thing to watch on YouTube. Infinite Waters, and he always says it's okay to watch a video. If you watch a video, then you got to make a video. Got to have that good ratio.
I definitely believe in that very much. Or like I said, if you watch stuff that's going to educate you on topics that you need to learn, of course we are all about self-education. YouTube University alum right here. YouTube University.
I wouldn't even call myself an alum because I'm still a current student. I'm a grad student. I'm gonna be a YouTube University student for life.
And didn't have to get
there's always something to learn.
And didn't have to get no student loans for it.
Didn't have to get no loans. That's free.
Don't gotta go into debt to get educated on
free education YouTube. At the palm of your hands. It's like there's no excuse for it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So moving on to number 6. How will you feel when you receive it? This is the one right here. This is the one. This is once you set out your intentions of what you want, the next step is to start feeling it, like really feel it. Like imagine what it's going to feel like when you get the keys to that car or the keys to that house, or when you're signing a contract for a client, or when you are shaking hands, you just got this job that you really wanted and you're shaking hands with the manager and they're saying you're hired. Imagine how that feels. Or when you meet the love of your life. You got to start imagining that emotion, going through that, feeling it. And you can even, act as if. A lot of people talk about acting as if. Act as if it's already taken place. Sometimes we'll do that. I'll say, okay, we gotta act like we're already in that house. Just start getting in tune with that emotion of how you're going to be feeling when that thing that you're trying to bring into fruition happens. You want to add on to that?
Definitely that the imagination. A lot of adults have problems with the imagination as far as themselves, but don't lose your sense of imagination. Don't get so much on, well, this isn't reality, and this is like, hey, sometimes
it's gonna feel a little silly.
You have to get to the point of creating your own reality.
Yeah, it's going to feel a little weird at first. It's going to feel a little silly, like, well, you're going to feel like, well, I'm lying. This hasn't happened yet, or, but trust me, the more and more you practice it, the more it's going to start making sense to you, and the more it's going to just start feeling natural. You'll get to the point where you're not even thinking about it. You're just going to be doing it all the time anyway. So that's the part to me, the most powerful part in all of this.
Yeah.
Is acting as if.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we got this next part coming up. So what at what point in your life did you get to saying, okay, it's time for me to start manifesting, and how was that transition for you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought you was talking to the people.
No, I mean, hey, that can be for the people too. So if you just heard that question, at what point did you start understanding manifestation, or are you at the point to where you want to start understanding it, law of attraction, manifestation, and you want to make that start? Feel free to drop some comments and tell your experience.
I think I've been manifesting my whole life.
Yeah.
Without knowing it.
Yeah.
So I think I really consciously started doing it maybe a few years ago.
Right.
And, because, I would hear people talking about it, and I really started doing the research on it. The first time that I actually realized, really realized that I manifested something, I don't know. Do you remember, when I got that job at Paraline? And that year, that was a very, very powerful year. It was at 2019, the beginning of 2019.
Yeah.
And I manifested that job. I think I manifested some money. I got a check in the mail from the government. People don't just get checks in the mail from the government.
I got a letter from the government.
I manifested that. That was crazy how that happened. My aunt actually called me and was like, I saw your name on a list, and it looks like you got some money coming to you. I don't know how much it is. Might be a couple of bucks, but and she sent me the link, and it was the Missouri Department of Treasury. They have money, unclaimed money. And I literally manifested that because I had been practicing manifestation at that point. But I ended up, she sent me the link, and I followed the link, and lo and behold, I had $800 waiting on me. And right there, I think that's when it was because it was maybe a couple weeks after getting that job. And I was like, wow, this is this manifestation stuff really, really, really works. Seriously works. And then just that whole year, and then we manifested the Flex, the car. It was just so many things that started happening, boom, 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 within a few months' time, to where now it's I can't imagine my life not being intentional about my manifestations. So it's just a natural thing now. Now it's I'll just say stuff and it happens because I'm putting it out there, and then I'm putting it into action, and then I'm saying my affirmations and things like that every day. So that's the point in my life when I really realized it. But like I said, I think that I've been manifesting my whole life and just didn't really understand or know what it was about. It wasn't a conscious thing. It was more of a subconscious thing.
I think that's the case really for everyone. We are manifesting our whole lives, but, there is that point where we start to get a grasp on it. We start to say, you know what, I'm going to actually work this in my favor. Because I think I did say that on a previous episode, where some people may even say, oh, man, this law of attraction stuff you told me about, it's not working. It's it always works. You just have to learn how to tweak it, make it work in your favor. Stop being your own doubter.
That's a good point also, is that manifestation always works, whether
Always.
it's positive or negative. You can, now we've been talking about the positive side of it, but
Right.
you can always manifest negatively. If you keep saying negative things about yourself or negative things about what you believe is going to happen, then guess what? That's going to happen also. So it's not just a thing of, all this good stuff and, it's all good. No, a lot of the times we negatively manifest our way out of things as well. So we have to be careful of that. So that's where, again, where that self-doubt comes in at, and always, worrying or, the what ifs. That's manifestation too, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference.
I've talked about this for many, many years. Even the information that you're taking in, you watch, you get indulged in the news and their sensationalism, watching it all day. We know those people that you go to their house, the news is on. They may all day, and you're like, why? Like, what else do you need to know from what they're giving you? Because they're not giving you
the
true information all the time. They're giving you sensationalism, but you're manifesting that, and you're wondering why you in fear and depression and anxiety all the time. It's like, well, what do you watch the news, you watch a lot of drama on TV, you listen to the music that supports drama and violence and chaos. So you can always turn it around. You can watch informational things. You can watch something just, I want to be in a good mood. You can listen to good mood music. Hey, they're talking about being happy. They're talking about coming up in life in this song. I like this. They're talking about making money that doesn't hurt other people in this song. Okay, I like that song.
All right, so let's talk about that then. So who are some people that you like to listen to versus not? We're going to talk about who we like to listen to and who we don't like to listen to when it comes to, just being intentional about what the energy that you're putting out there. So, my number one is going to be Toby and Wigwe. We was listening to him today on the way to the hike. And if you don't know who Toby is, you better go find out. Once you find out, you're going to thank me.
Right.
Trust me.
We feel like Toby,
he's like family.
His story,
and we don't even know him.
His story mirrors ours in a
So
lot
many
of different ways. So it's like, okay, yeah. And one of my favorite lines is, "I used to ride Metro, but I'm booming now."
Yeah.
Of course, the shout out to Metro Boomin, the producer, but like, yeah, you go from being on the bus to, okay, now we're making things happen. You start taking control of your life.
Yeah. And Toby's story is a manifestation story in itself. Like, that's a whole nother show. We're going to have him on the show one day.
I'm manifesting
that. I'm putting that energy out there right now. We're going to be
We're excited to have him on the show, as a matter of fact.
We are. So, but yeah, Toby and Wigwe definitely he basically, let's see, I was kind of late, as far as finding out about him as an artist, but it was about last year, about September, October, somewhere around there, and just I've been just playing them. It's like it's not a week that goes by that I don't play some Toby and Wigwe music. So, but yeah, he's a very big inspiration. We went to his show last year, and I've never been to a concert like that before, to where like the energy, I can't even explain it, because you're gonna think I'm just being hokey dokey, but no, the energy was just something totally different than anything I've ever seen before as far as a concert is concerned. So definitely, if you get a chance, check out his music. You're going to want to go see him live. It's a family show, so he, has his kids out on the stage with him, his wife, and they rock it out. And it's just good, pure entertainment. I mean, he's like one of the dopest lyricists out there, but he don't curse at all. So he's just talented, but his whole story is just a manifestation. And we love
Jesus.
We love Toby.
Don't try me.
You gotta explain what you're saying, because everybody don't know who Toby is, so you be blurting stuff out.
But you know what? I'm gonna say that because that joint is going viral now. A lot of people are knowing him. So let's not even make other people sleep on him. People know Toby.
A lot of people know Toby. Toby is a cult act right now. Like he's got a cult following.
Yeah.
He's pretty dope, and he's very positive, very positive. He's not a Christian rapper, but he's a rapper who is Christian, if that makes any sense. But he's got a lot of he's got a couple of little viral videos on TikTok going around right now. He got the Try Jesus, Don't Try Me.
Yeah.
And then he's got the Breonna Taylor song. So a lot of y'all might have heard that. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But we was on him before that. So, but yeah, that's Toby. Any other artists right now that you are that you like to listen to that helps you to manifest positively?
I've for a while now been a fan of Kendrick Lamar, and he, in a way that may seem different or weird, he knows how to get spiritual on you. You know.
Yeah, I like Kendrick.
So it's actually a lot of good artists.
I'm gonna step away for a second so I can fix something.
All right.
Production.
All right, that's all good. So y'all in the comments, y'all drop some people who y'all listen to as well. On that tip, you know,
Who else you got?
who else I got? I like Anderson .Paak. I like Flying Lotus, and he's not really vocal, but his music just takes you places.
Yeah. Who else you got? We got what's some females out there that
Come on, they can't hear you.
just go ahead. I'm telling you to say that while I'm getting myself ready.
Hey, it'll take you like 2 hours to get back over here.
Well, you could have kept talking. You could have kept talking. All right. So,
You want to go on commercial?
No, we didn't have to go on commercial. I just thought you was, flying enough to keep it going. That's all.
Right.
Show must on.
John say he's Lupe. Lupe is definitely
Lupe is the
top
man,
there.
man.
Yeah.
I've been on Lupe for many, many, many years now. Like as old as my daughter is. That's how long I've been on Lupe. So about 14, 15 years now. Yeah.
Yeah. We was also listening to a little bit of Lupe on the way back.
I've also been to a Lupe concert before. I don't know if you have. That was before I met you.
I've not been to a Lupe concert.
Yeah, when he was down, back when we didn't have Corona stuff and we could go to the fair downtown, he was down there for free. So yeah. Went to go see him. Of course, Erykah Badu, my usuals, my go-tos, It's just a lot of artists out here. Oh yeah, shout out to Masego. Masego is just a good artist because in a day and time where you hear so much negativity from black men about black women and from black women about black men, Masego is all about the love for the black women. And he's a young dude too, so I really like that and I really appreciate that because we don't hear enough of that now. We don't see enough of that now. I'm so tired. I'm about to go off on a tangent for a second. But I'm just so tired of seeing the negativity between black men and black women, especially online. Like it's got to stop. Like it's annoying. And I know that there's people out there who have been hurt by a specific person, but you choose to just make your whole life a crusade about how these black women or how these black men are, just horrible creatures.
Like
I'm gonna get me a white man. I'm gonna get me a white woman because they're so upstanding and so it's like I don't understand why people do that. So
like you've been in 2, maybe 3 serious relationships and now you're like, oh, all men are bad, all women are bad, or it's like, come on, dude.
No, they'd be like all black men are bad, all black women are bad.
Yeah.
Let's be specific here because we know how people do. So we gotta stop doing that, man. It's all about black love. Like we gotta start holding our counterparts up. Would you say?
Absolutely.
Like that's what it's all about. Cause and that's manifestation too. You're putting that out in the air, and ain't no good black men out here. Well, then you keep saying that you'll never find one. Cause if that's what's in your mind, how are you ever going to? Because all you're doing is focusing on the bad instead of focusing on the good. And the same thing with, vice versa with the women.
Yeah. How's that soapbox feel?
It feel good to let that out because it gets annoying. It gets really
Like,
tiresome
she's still
after
up
a
on
while.
that.
I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I feel the same way. I don't. Again, you take it back to the whole topic of what you are attracting and manifesting. It's like you keep going for one thing and then being mad when you get it.
Right. What you imagine you become, what you think you create, what you feel you attract. So, yes, you're going to, if you feel like all black men or black women are evil, then that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract those people that are not so good, and you're going to wonder why. So, I don't know. And it's all about who you surround yourself with, too, I think.
Yep.
When it comes down to it, and you can say, oh, well, all these people are like this or like that. Well, I choose to surround myself with people who, don't do those things or, they're, I don't know a lot of, personally, I'll say it like that. Like I've known of guys that have done some, bad things to black women. I have been a black woman that has had some bad things done to her, but I choose to, surround myself with people that I know are going to have a little bit more integrity, so it's about choices, might not be your fault that you were in a bad relationship or somebody did something bad to you, but it's your responsibility to say, okay, now I'm going to put myself in a position where I don't, deal with people like that. So I don't know if you want to add anything on to that. So what you want to talk about next then?
Well, see, we got these Q&As right here.
All right. So what you going to do with that then?
I don't know.
We're
going to ask some questions on some Q&As.
We're approaching the end of the show. And, we like to have our fun Q&A time. And same as we did last week, we just gonna ask each other some semi-random questions. We got a list here, but we're gonna randomly ask the questions. So you can ask me whatever you want. I'm gonna ask you whatever I want, and we just gonna have some little fun and laugh a little bit, cause that's where we at.
Yeah.
All right.
Ask me some stuff.
So you want me to go first and ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you sing in the shower?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do.
You get a little acoustic bounce up in there.
But do you sing good in the shower?
To me, I do.
Oh,
Ain't no other audience.
I never heard you sing in the shower, so I don't know.
I mean, maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what you want to ask me?
Let's see. Do you see the glass as half empty or half full?
Okay. So the politically correct answer.
No,
I see the glass as half full.
We ain't doing no politically correct.
Well, I see the glass. I mean, it could be either or. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person to where, I'm always just in this chipper mood and always looking on the bright side of everything. Like we all have our times when we might get a little down or, might get a little down on yourself or like we talked about earlier, that self-doubt. So I would say sometimes, yes, I do see the glass as half empty, but at those times I choose to pick myself up once I realize what I'm doing and take myself out of that train of thought. And then, I'm going to be like, no, that glass is half full. Matter of fact, I'm finna go get some more water and fill it all the way up. So that's my answer to that.
I'm seeing it as there's water for me to drink.
See, any water is good water.
I enjoy capitalizing on opportunities.
All right.
So I don't like to waste time.
Don't waste no time.
I don't like to waste no time on no opportunities.
No, you definitely should not waste time on opportunity. Get opportunity, jump on it.
Yeah.
All right. What's next? Whose turn is it? Is it my turn to ask you something?
Yeah, ask me something.
Okay. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning?
That can be hit or miss. Occasionally I do if it's like an impactful dream, but a lot of times by the time I wake up, it's gone.
Okay. Your turn then. Your answers are so short and sweet and concise. Gotta add a little bit to it.
Have you ever dated two people at a time?
Sure, it's dating. Like you're supposed to date more than one person at a time. I don't think you're supposed to just. Now, I mean, like if you are in a serious relationship with somebody, you got somebody that you're calling your girlfriend, boyfriend, your husband, wife, then no. But dating, yeah, you're supposed to date more than one. That's why it's called dating. You go on dates and you go on a date to figure out what it is that you like, what you want, what you don't want. Again, going back to those intentions, and those manifestations. And yeah. I don't see any problem with dating more than one person at a time as long as you are not in a serious relationship. What else? What else we got? Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. This is gonna be a weird one, but I like it because we need something to liven it up a little bit.
Liven it up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, does your name make any interesting anagrams?
I don't know.
Think about it. You can use either name, so like.
I don't know. Give me an example.
I don't know. You know what an anagram is, right? Like, if you were to put it like in a line, like Xolani, Xolani, and then you got to make a word for each letter.
I haven't tried it.
Okay, mine does. I just thought of one for mine. Koko, keep on keeping on.
Wow.
I just thought of that.
Keep keeping on. Nah.
But you should. We talking about manifestation and law of attraction. Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. All right.
All right. It's my turn. Okay. I already know the answer to this, but I'm just gonna ask you anyway. Have you ever eaten Indian food?
Nah.
Why not?
Because I'm super picky.
You're super picky.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
All
like
right.
you hella picky. Like you've probably never met a person as picky as Xolani. Like he doesn't eat anything except for chicken. And what else do you eat? Like
I be eating
chicken and
stuff
fries
more than
and
just chicken.
pizza.
Yeah.
And that's about
That's not even true anymore.
All right.
Like, I eat some more stuff.
like what you eat.
We got one last question. One last question each.
Oh,
That's-
it's like it's not on you no
Yeah,
more. You don't
yeah.
what you eat?
I mean, like, you think I'm like that picky where I eat these 7 things? Like,
Yep, it's 7 things. That's about it. All right, go ahead.
Have you ever urinated in a pool?
Probably when I was a kid. You know, kids do crazy stuff.
So
We had a pool when I was a kid, and we did a lot of swimming, and we'd be in that pool for hours. So I'm pretty sure all the kids did at some point.
Let the yellow mellow.
All right, you said one more.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken self-defense lessons? I know the answer to that.
I've taken many self-defense lessons. Yeah.
Yeah, I have too. Shout out to Everett Townsend, who
We're at Townsend Defense.
Everett, we gotta get you on the show like ASAPidly. Like, yeah.
Yep. I've taken everything from taekwondo to boxing to jiu-jitsu. I can mess you up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna put that to the test.
What? Why you
Cause I got a little bit in me too, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, once again, you are listening to the Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow podcast. It's been a pretty good show.
Been a great show.
It's been a great show.
Experience, great journey. Want to give a shout out to these people that's been watching, yo. Cherie Clay, she watched the whole time. She started tuning in from that panel.
Okay.
Yeah, Noemi down in I was gonna say Nashville, but she's in Houston now. Clarissa down in Nashville. DJ Code Zero, my main man, my mellow. John, always a good support.
Always a good support.
I probably spent like half of last night talking to the brother.
John, if you still listening right now, I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. Xolani told me all about it.
Yeah,
I was like,
I told her about the Zaire situation.
Yeah, but I told Xolani that's what comes along with the toddlers. So yeah.
Also, anybody else? Oh yeah, shout out to my cousin Sierra.
What's up, cousin Sierra?
She's thinking you still down in Mississippi, right? Mississippi. All right, yeah. Whenever you come back to St. Louis, we gotta have ourselves a reunion.
All right. So now is that who's actually on here? Who's on here right now?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
You know how that thing works.
Well, it has been real. Next week we will be back with a guest, and we'll be back at our regular time at 1:00 p.m. So tune into us 1:00 p.m. Central Time. These last 2 weeks we've had things going on, so yeah, we had to do the 5:00 time slot, but we will be back at the regular time next week. We got some good shows coming in the next coming week, so make sure that you do tune in. Any last words that you would like to say, or give out that information again for our platforms?
Once again, if you haven't yet, make sure you like our Facebook page. In addition to liking or responding to the video as you have, make sure you like the actual page and share the page. Get people on this thing. We're trying to spread the word here. Also, going over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to that and share that. Let people know we're trying to build this thing up. We are building this thing up.
We are building it up. It's
built.
built.
It's built.
It's built.
Yeah.
But we want to build even more, Yeah. So, yeah.
And if you know anybody that may be a good fit for the show, swing them our way. If you know a show that may be a good fit to have us on as a guest, swing us them way. Swing what?
What did you? Yeah.
You know that.
Anyways, peace out, y'all. We about to go. That mean you tired. I know. So thank you again, and you all have a blessed and prosperous and fruitful day. Peace.
Peace.